Welcome back. The pandemic forced a lot of teachers to get creative in the way they reach their students online. One Suncoast teacher created toys called Fidgets to help get her lessons across online. And when she showed those toys on TikTok, she suddenly found herself with more than 5.5 million followers. Teacher Faith Bench joins us now to tell us about her Fidgets toy store that she is opening in Sarasota this weekend. Congratulations.
Thank you
Faith.
so much.
Oh, you were also Manatee County Educator of the Year in 2020?
That was such an honor.
And then came the pandemic, and you brought out the Fidgets. What's a fidget, and how did you use those teaching?
So fidget toys are really good to use when you have that nervous energy or that extra energy, and it's a great way to get that energy out in a less distracting way. For example, instead of tapping a pen on your desk, you could be squeezing this, and it's less disruptive to those around you.
I was going to say, teachers everywhere say, please stop tapping the pencil.
Exactly.
So how did you use them in teaching your class?
Yes, so I actually used these long before the pandemic started. I've been using these in my classroom since 2013. And when my students would use these tools, they'd actually be able to focus better. So fidget toys are often called sensory tools. And these, what I have shown, are very toy-like and fun. And a disclaimer, these aren't the type that I used in my classroom.
Okay.
But I would use ones like these in my classroom and these. So there were certain ones that I would use, and like I said, it was a less distracting, less disruptive way for kids to get that nervous energy, and it would actually calm them and allow them to focus on my teaching and receive the information and learn better.
You know what? This makes perfect sense, because let's think about what was like the most stressful thing in second grade, say reading out loud. So for a child that had to read that passage out loud, to be able to hold and squeeze and then focus on the words and not have that feeling in their stomach be so bad or their hands be awkward.
And I taught math, which is everyone's least favorite subject. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be. It's really all about problem solving. But everyone, they have a really, bad reaction to math, and so these are something people don't even have to know you have them. If you're sitting at your desk and you have this in your hand in your lap under the desk, no one would even know around you.
Were you shocked when you went on TikTok and showed them, and you got 5.8 million viewers?
I was.
Followers now.
So did you just explain on TikTok? What was your TikTok theory?
So when I started TikTok, I'm Mrs. Bench on TikTok, because that's what my students called me. So when the pandemic started, I was at home now trying to teach, and my students were at home. I was posting my assignments. My students weren't really seeing them. They weren't really, and I'm like, how can I reach my students? Like, there's a disconnect now. And so I was like, where are my students? They're on TikTok. So I was like, okay, let me go to TikTok.
That's so smart.
I started making teacher content on TikTok. So it didn't start with fidget toys. It started making teacher content. And sometimes it would just be funny and relatable that like students could relate to or teachers could relate to. But then I would also do educational ones, or I'd be like, hey, I'd make funny dances and be like, go check your assignments on Schoology, just so they would see it and it would remind them, oh yeah, I have to do my school. Anyway, I was sharing about my classroom, and I had this series called Random Things in My Classroom That Just Make Sense, and I would share about all the unique things I had. And so one time I shared about fidget toys that I used, and the response was overwhelming, and people were like, what are those? What are they for? So I started explaining what they were for, the benefits. Fidget toys to use if you're stressed. Fidget toys to use if you're anxious. And everyone seems to be stressed and anxious. They're like, I need that. And I'd be like, fidget toys to use if you're angry. And I just started talking about the benefits of them. And so they started going viral, like 5 million views, 10 million views,
Oh my goodness.
15 million views. And people are like, I needed those. I wish I had those when I was in the classroom. And so they're like, where can you get them? And you couldn't find them anywhere at the time.
And now you'll be able to come Saturday. I have to say, though, Kim Kardashian praised these. I was so excited to see that.
Yes, so I was so shocked when I saw the notification. It was like Kim Kardashian with a blue check mark, and she shared them to her story and tagged me in it, and I was like,
cool.
what? I know.
That is awesome.
So what will be in your store?
Okay, so all of this and way, way, way more. So basically, it's going to be a toy store. It will have tons of fidget toys, sensory items. It will have slime. It will have like things like Squishmallows, things like that. It will have candy, unique candy. I mean, just a huge variety.
One thing I would say the city needs is a toy store.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm so glad you are doing this.
Thank
So
you.
fun.
And it opens on Saturday. You're going to have a big celebration, I understand.
Yes, I'm really excited. So we're going to throw a party, and I hope that everyone will come out locally and come have a party with me to celebrate. We're going to have face painting for everyone who comes, all included. We'll have airbrush tattoos. We'll have glitter tattoos. We're going to have a slime making table. So if you don't want to make slime at home, but your kid's excited about slime, bring them to me.
There you go.
Do it with me. I'll take care of it.
I squeezed this one and something happened.
Don't break the toys.
It's a little, it's one of the horoscope ones. So it's like you
how
ask it a
cute.
question and you squeeze it and it says yes or no.
Oh.
Will my grand opening be a success?
Yes!
Yes, it will. And you want to be there. The new Fidget Toy Store is at 28th Street Circle East in Sarasota. That's near Whitfield and 301. The grand opening is this Saturday, July 20th.